Spotlight is an Oscar-y type movie drama with Michael Keaton, Mark Ruffalo, Rachel McAdams, Liev Schreiber, and that like kind of pinheaded guy with the white hair. I want to say he's Anderson Cooper, but I know that's not who he is. And it is about a group of reporters. They're Spotlight. They're like this. They're like the covert department of their own big newspaper, the Boston Globe, I think it was. And it's about them uncovering and doing research on and reporting on the sexual abuse scandal in the Catholic Church back in the day, like right before 9/11, because 9/11 happens in the movie, so it helps me date it. And this movie's pretty good. It takes a bit to get going. Like, I didn't really care until they started interviewing the victims, and that was when it got good. This movie's a lot subtler than most of these big Oscar bait movies. Everybody does good. Michael Keaton, I mean, I like because he's Michael Keaton. Totally plays Michael Keaton, especially since he looks like Michael Keaton in the last movie I saw Michael Keaton in. I liked Rachel McAdams because the last thing I saw her in was Southpaw, and it's just nice to hear her actual voice. I don't know, the three things I've seen her in are like Mean Girls, this movie, and Southpaw, and they're all wildly different roles. So I was like, hey, that's nice. Mark Ruffalo is... People are like, oh, the actors are disappearing into the roles, and that rarely happens for me. And in this one, it was like, Mark Ruffalo's Mark Ruffalo. I mean, his acting's good, but he's Mark Ruffalo. Like, I saw Bruce Banner from Avengers the whole time. Liev Schreiber is probably my favorite performance in here because he's more of a subtle guy. Liev Schreiber is a lot like Sean Bean. Like, he's in a lot of crappy movies, but he's always good in those crappy movies. And he's like the overseer. He's the one who makes the Spotlight team focus on the sexual abuse story instead of the story they wanted to do. I like this movie because it does a pretty good job of illustrating that, like, it's not just a couple of bad apple priests who are, like, creepy pedophile rapists. It's like, it's a far bigger problem than that, and there's a cardinal who's helping cover it up. And yeah, everybody knows I'm Catholic, so I feel like I have to say something about this, like, but I don't know what to say, though. Like, yeah, that's awful. Creepy rapist people. There's a special place in the hell for priests who touch kids. And actually, that's where I feel a lot, the shock value really worked in this movie. But this movie was a lot more like, they're kids, man. They're effing kids. It's a priest who that kid trusts, and it, like, messes them up for life. They were talking about the victims is like, yeah, we call ourselves the survivors because most of them kill themselves. So, like, not only is that priest responsible for the sin itself, and for the trauma he's dealing to that child, he's responsible for that kid losing their faith in God. Because this church, this faith that they've come to believe in and like have hope and love and all that, raped them. So like, that sucks. And while they are snooping around for stuff, there's some really good aha moments, and I really like when Rachel McAdams is interviewing people because she seems the most like passionate about it. So yeah, this movie's really good. It's not Whiplash or Gone Girl good, but it is good. It's a good Oscar movie worth watching. And I feel like this is going to seem a little low because the other movie I gave this to really didn't deserve it. I'll get into that later. Ladies and gentlemen, Spotlight is worth a 7.5. I know that sounds low, but it's not. I'm saying it's a good movie. I'm saying I had trouble deciding between 7 and 8. That's when the 0.5s come in. Really quick spoiler. When Michael Keaton was outside with the guy giving him the list, did anyone else go like, oh, why did Michael Keaton not know this? Because he was sexually assaulted too, and he was like all ashamed about it. I'm like, oh. Anyone else think that? Or was that super obvious? Am I like, I don't know. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. God bless.